Oh, hi there.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So it's been about a week since I saw you guys last. Hopefully you've had a good week. I know I've had. It's been extremely busy. In fact, I'd like to talk to you about that. So today we're just going to do a talking video. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about the channel, where it's come from, and where we plan on going with it. I'd like to start this off by thanking everybody for all your views, for all your likes, for all your subscriptions. It means a lot to me. In fact, this channel doesn't even exist without you guys and without your appreciation of the channel. So I really appreciate that, and it gives me a lot of encouragement to continue doing these videos. Unfortunately, this week I've got a lot going on. I've got finals to study for school, and I've got a couple side projects that are just taking up a lot of time. So I haven't really had the time to put into making a quality production video for you guys that you deserve. So I said, well, we're going to condense this and we're going to make a talking video about, the channel and where it's at. So to speak about the future of this channel, I hope it's a bright future. I've got a lot of things in mind. I've got a lot of things that I think we'll enjoy doing. And I'm hoping that it really takes off and becomes something that we can all enjoy and live vicariously through the channel, so to speak. For starters, I'd like to talk about the stuff that goes into making the channel and upgrading that said stuff that goes into making the channel, such as the lighting. The lighting we've been playing with the whole time, and it's really just continuously playing with things and figuring out, will this work, will that work, no, I don't like this, I don't like that, and I've gone everything from putting blankets on the walls to styrofoam boards, making my own bounce boards, and just trying to get light in places. Some of it's been successful, some of it hasn't. In fact, I'm a little disappointed. My strip lighting back here that I put up doesn't turn purple anymore. And I like purple, so that's annoying. So now I gotta fix that. But whatever, we'll see where it goes. One thing I'd like to talk about with upgrades. So there's a lot of things that can be upgraded, but the real key to this whole thing is the entire project is coming out of my pocket. So there's not a whole lot of money that I don't have deep pockets. There's not a whole lot of money I can just toss at it and say, hey, this will work. And in fact, that really doesn't mean success in this business to begin with. You can't just throw money at it and expect it to work. Story is, I can't just throw money away. I can't just throw money at it. So the upgrades, we've decided to do the upgrades from this point on. I've decided to do the upgrades on more of a reward based system. So, for example, like at 1,000 subscribers, when we finally hit 1,000 subscribers, that's like a major milestone in the YouTube community. Because once you have 1,000 subscribers, then you can actually start getting into making the channel support itself. Then the channel can actually start making some money. Now, I say making some money. I'm not trying to get rich on YouTube. My hope is that the channel will eventually support itself so that when we want to do crazy projects, that I'm not trying to figure out how in the world I'm going to pay for it. Literally, the channel pays for the projects. That's the hope and what we're going with. So, like I said, 1,000 subscribers is a big deal. So I'm kind of thinking like the camera thing. Maybe I'll do that at 1,000 subscribers. So when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I actually invest, like make a large investment into like high-end camera gear, so that I can do this on more than just my phone and this other camera. Yeah, so we'll invest in some high-end camera gear and start making hopefully better productions at that point. I'm sure there's the stage, the set. We're gonna upgrade that eventually. I'm not exactly sure how yet. Don't really have that planned out, but we'll make that like a reward-based system. Maybe when I get like 500 views, then maybe I'll look to, actually have a decent set that's not just in a room in the house. So that could be a thing. I know definitely one thing I want to do, which is more of a project-based thing, but is a large project that hopefully I can have done by 1,000 subscribers. but I do have a very large project in mind that's going to take several pieces to accomplish, and doing those several pieces are going to be several different things that I believe a lot of people would enjoy doing, such as casting, like actual, sand casting. You melt the metal and you pour it in a sand cast, and then you get a nice shaped piece of metal out of it. So some of that. So I do have in mind a large project that I'm thinking I would like to have done by 1,000 subscribers. We'll have to see how the timing works out on that one. It may not. It may work. It may not. Oh, I just had an idea. Maybe I can figure out like some kind of giveaway, like when we hit 1,000. So 1,000 subscribers, I said this before, is a big deal. It's a really big deal to me. If we really get to 1,000 subscribers, I am going to be ecstatic. You know what? I shouldn't say that. Positivity, right? It's not if we're going to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's when we get to 1,000 subscribers. So speaking of 1,000 subscribers, and when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I've been given a few pieces of advice. Some people have been helpful and helping me understand, and I've also watched other videos about doing this YouTube thing. And one of the things, there's a few things that are unanimous, but one of the things that's unanimous is this whole thing takes a lot of time. Like I've been given the information that I need to wait. I need to be patient enough. It could be anywhere from 6 months to 12 months before this thing really takes off. There's an algorithm that YouTube uses, and by the time it starts pushing the videos to the public, it could take a bit of time. But because there's so much time, because I have time before this thing really starts taking off, I feel like I can use that time to learn to make these videos better. So that's my objective right now, is to learn how to make these videos better, to learn how to communicate better in the videos. So you may not see things may not coagulate into its structure for another few months yet. In a few months' time, things will start taking off really well. And the things we're talking about, the organization in the videos, the upgrading of the equipment and the lights, will all start pulling in and taking effect, and you'll see that happen. Whew, my throat was drier than the Sahara Desert. So, enough about the time. We get it. We're going to pace ourselves in this, take our time, learn, grow. That's the general idea. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not trying to make millions on this channel. I don't want you guys out here thinking that, oh, this guy, he's just trying to get rich quick on YouTube. No, screw that. I'm not trying to do that. Honest to God, all I want to do is build things. And I want to build things with you guys. I want you guys to see that you can build things too. So my biggest hope for this channel, my goal for this channel, is that it becomes self-sufficient. That you guys can say, hey, let's build a nuclear fission reactor. And I go, okay. And I don't have to worry about how to pay for it because the channel supports itself. You guys watch and subscribe, and then other people watch and subscribe, and eventually the channel supports itself, and then we can build the nuclear fission reactor, which is not impossible, by the way. As far as the projects go, there is no shortcomings of things to build. There really isn't. Build an airplane out of, I don't know, bubble gum or something like that. Why? Well, it's entertaining. That's why. Kira wanted a sandbox, so we built one for her. We're going to build another one. We're going to build it from scratch and do it better than Amazon did. The ice chest cooler thing, that's going to be a series of videos. I believe about 5 videos. I already have a swing to build from Amazon. The wifey boss wanted a swing. So I was like, all right, we can get this from Amazon. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is there's lots of ideas. In fact, one of the ideas that Wifey Boss gave me is practical videos. Do you guys want to know how suspension works? Well, I've got remote control cars here that have short long arm suspension. I've got remote control cars here that have push rod suspension, differentials, brakes, the works. I can show you those things very easily on those. Or we can go out to a car and learn how to repair a flat tire. So yeah, there'll be some practical videos in there as well. So I mentioned talking about the goals. I mentioned that at 1,000 subscribers, I'd like to have a big project done. That actually leads me into the next subject I wanted to talk about. We've actually made a few videos about the computer, but this thing's getting to be kind of a thorn in my flesh. We already replaced the CPU in it. We diagnosed that the compressor was seized on it. Used a dehumidifier to rebuild the cooling system. We have it working. Yes, it works. But it still takes 2 hours to render a 10-minute video. So it's old and it's slow. So it's kind of a thorn in my flesh. So I have an idea to replace this computer. I'm already working on getting the components. I already have a selection of parts that I'm going to be getting and collecting to put the rest of it together. But we're going to make this exciting. This isn't going to be an ordinary computer. This isn't even going to be a, oh, well, we put a computer in a fish tank kind of ordinary. No. This is going to be extraordinary. We are going to make the case for it. That case is going to involve liquid cooling, phase change refrigeration. That case is going to be hermetic. We're going to have to cast parts. We're going to have to electroplate part. We're going to have to engineer different jumpers and extension cables. We're going to have to do a lot of things to make this come together. What I'm hoping is all these individual videos that will come together into a series of building the entire computer will culminate towards the 1,000 subscribers mark. So by the time I have 1,000 subscribers, I can showcase the final product. That's what I'm hoping. Because I'm going to tell you, this computer is going to be like any other thing you've seen before. It's going to be refrigerated. It's going to be cold. It's going to be able to do things spectacularly well, and it's going to look amazing doing it. So make sure you're subscribed, and make sure that bell icon is clicked, because that is going to happen, and you're going to enjoy it. I promise you. So that's the channel as it sits today. We have a history. We've come a long way in that history. At least I think we've come a long way in the past 4 months. From shooting a really generic piano shot and putting it on YouTube to now we can edit footage and at least make, so I hope it's somewhat of a decent, attractive video. We have an exciting future. A future you guys are definitely going to want to keep in touch with. Things that we're going to build that's going to come together in a very exciting way. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that bell icon is clicked. Hit the like button if you like these videos. And I guess if you didn't like these videos, you're more than welcome to hit the dislike button. I hope that's not the case though. And if it is, I encourage you, hang in there with me, because the videos coming up are going to be interesting. We're going to do some exciting things, and you are not going to regret sticking with me along the way. So till next week, guys, you have a good night.
Bye-bye.